Okay, dear judges and teachers, good morning and evening. We are honored to be selected to the final round with a chance to introduce our idea. As you could see from the first slide here, our slogan is low carbon supply chains make the world a better place. As we know, LONGi is a comprehensive energy company in China, and the mission of to make the best of solar energy to build a green world. LONGi Group is becoming an advocate, practitioner, and leader of sustainable development in the field of global clean energy. This idea we would like to share is seeking sustainable development through the integrated layout of LONGi's photovoltaic module supply and logistics in European market, which includes but not limited to related selection and optimization on factory layout, transportation rules and means, transportation energy modes and warehouse settings, and so on. The general rule is based on the premise of comprehensive evaluation of economic benefits. To explore the carbon reduction and sustainable development model of China's manufacturing exports to the international market, especially the selection of export transportation rules and the comprehensive optimization of energy modes of transportation to improve carbon reduction and the sustainable development of China's export business.
So let's start from the first part of the factory layout. Based on our study and the deep research of some public materials about LONGi, LONGi currently has nearly 10 photovoltaic module factories in China, one not only in Xi'an, but include Jiaxing, Wuhu, Quzhou, etc. as highlighted on this map. As per overall demand, the effective production organization and personnel arrangements is organized to ensure the output products could effectively be accepted and consumed by market. So products exported to Europe are produced in Xi'an factory. Thus, we could say it meets the UN SDG Goal 12 of the responsible consumption and production. As Sun Tzu said in The Art of War, before the troops move, fodder and provisions go first. The factory scaling and layout will match the regional demand. Based on the overall demand distribution, regional demand can be matched with the regional production capacity, so the output components are effectively used in market and the transportation distance can be reasonably controlled, which is the consideration for the long-term expansion need if conditions are ready or when they are ready. Based on the comprehensive factors such as the resources acquisition and the economic evaluation brought by transportation distance, LONGi does not only have one base in Xi'an in China. On the one hand, its coastal bases provide products for local needs, and on the other hand, they also provide the good production capacity for the development of international markets. Okay, so after the general introduction of factory layout for LONGi, let's go to the transportation part. Next, yeah, thank you. According to the data, it's known that LONGi has 3 routes from from China to Europe, including 1 land transport and 2 sea transportation routes, as shown in this figure in this slide. But through more research work by our team, and considering the low carbon emissions, we have more routes for LONGi to select. Next, please. Based on the data study, the less land transportation, the less carbon emission. In addition to these 3 basic routes, more possible routes were analyzed and summarized to find out the best carbon emission route as shown in this table we summarized. Of all the different routes, by considering the carbon emissions, we would recommend a solution which is combined of a suitable shipping and the land transportation. That is which is highlighted in the right side of this slide. That is Suez Canal Line plus land transportation from Jiaxing to Shanghai Port, which can achieve carbon reduction and promote sustainable development.
In order to further reduce carbon emissions during transportation, we also provide a new green energy supply model as one of our longest options for sustainable development. Here, just like the core issues being discussed at a conference of parties, the 28th, we should reduce dependence on fossil fuels, promote energy transformation, and vigorously develop a green circular economy. So now it is a must that the clear and the recyclable energy to replace traditional fossil fuel energy. As shown in the figure, the exhaust of ship passes through the CCUS device to capture carbon dioxide. At the same time, it is coupled with green hydrogen and converted into green methanol through Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. The zero carbon fuel does not additionally increase the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and serves as a climate neutral, which will meet the UN SDG goal 17. Because if we achieve this technology, we will need a lot of cooperation between companies, and this means the goal 17 partnership for the goals. As an industry leader, LONGi has actively participated in promoting the energy transformation course based on international technology development. We have proposed a green methanol solution. The methanol produced by using hydrogen together with carbon capture and storage offers a sizable reduction in emissions. It is understood that Maersk had signed an agreement with Equinor to secure the supply of green methanol for its landmark methanol replenishing vessels. Here is a general comparison of coal methanol, fossil fuels, and biomethanol. If currently the diesel is being used, when it is switched to methanol, there will be a reduction of carbon dioxide emissions by 7%, sulfur oxides by 99%, and nitrogen oxides by 60% compared to the heavy fuel oil. Green methanol could become a green carbon-free fuel. We also know that energy transition inevitably comes with pains. At present, the complete cost of coal to methanol in China is 2,300 RMB per ton, and the price of green electricity is 0.3 RMB per kilowatt hour. And the cost of green methanol is around 4,500 RMB per ton. So when the carbon price is 400 RMB, green methanol can be roughly equivalent to the cost of coal to methanol. Last but not least, in addition to emission reduction solutions based on logistics routes and energy, we also provide green emission reduction solutions for warehousing systems. This solution meets the UN SDG Goal 9, which is industry, innovation, and infrastructure for clean energy. Intelligent energy sensing and control systems and wide application of photovoltaic modules could be used. From perspective of energy saving, land, water, material saving, and environment protection to be considered. For land saving, the construction site is reasonably planned. New energy-saving wall materials are used to improve the overall thermal insulation of the wall and the reduction building energy consumption and energy consumption during the operation. In terms of water saving, recycled water and water-free technologies could be used for storage and auxiliary facilities. For material saving, reasonable use of terrain elevation and the reduction of earthwork makes the amount of fill and excavation relatively balanced, which can save the amount of earthwork. LONGi can combine its own advantages to achieve carbon neutral operations by building rooftop photovoltaics. During construction, consider the application of clean energy and energy saving. There is a potential for carbon reduction in aspects such as comprehensive management of energy consumption measures in warehouse. For example, making reasonable use of the warehouse roof, laying distributed photovoltaic power station devices to provide electric lighting, ventilation, air conditioning, electric forklift charging, and office area electricity for facilities in the warehouse. By introducing the energy saving and environmental friendly equipment and technologies, smart shuttles, intensive racking systems, green and environmental friendly lighting systems, the decarbonization could happen during the storage, handling, transfer, and daily office work.
Additionally, the feasibility is analyzed, considering policy support, economic benefits, technological development, scarcity of required resources, safety and environment risk levels, and so on. We conducted a comprehensive analysis of 4 carbon reduction solutions for LONGi in the component supplier chain from China to European market. All have strong feasibility and scalability as presented in the table, can be continuously improved and optimized. Next. The carbon reduction plan will be extended to other markets of LONGi, expanding from Europe to the world. Promote shipping-based green energy application to the other companies in the industry. The decarbonization optimization plan for the entire chain, from factory scheduling to export route selection, to optimization of transportation energy method, to local warehouse construction, will be extended to other industry-based PV modules. The carbon reduction method we offered will be more conducive to further development of global partnerships and promote the achievement of global sustainable development goals. Next page. The future is coming. LONGi is taking actions to contribute and follow the SDGs as a responsible leader in the PV industry. So this is all about our introduction of this idea. Thank you for your time, and please feel free to raise any question or concerns. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that presentation. And we're going to go to the question and answers period. And I'm going to call on Stefan. Stefan, do you have any questions for the students?
Yeah, I would like to go back to the potential of your solution. So how do you see the reduction of your solutions, which I understand it's a combination of different measures?
Hello, Mr. Stefan.
Yes.
As on the way of the potential, I think our solution have a great chance to achieve maybe now. I think maybe LONGi can take actions immediately. Yeah, as we know, for example, for the green methanol application, yeah, we also know Maersk has signed agreement with some other methanol suppliers, so to ensure the ship methanol supply. And on the other hand, in China, we also have achieved a lot technology achievement in the methanol application. I think, but in LONGi, they maybe firstly they put a lot of energy in the hydrogen. We also know that. But on the other hand, in the way of the project management to face the future risk, we should make a solution with some combination solutions. You know, the methanol has a lot of advantages compared with hydrogen. Yeah, it can transform with normal temperature and normal pressure. So especially when in the ship transportation, I think we should put a lot energy, put a lot of maybe some money to promote the application of the methanol.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think I follow you on the potential of green methanol, but what is the main issue about green methanol today?
It's obviously that maybe it's the cost. Yes, we know. Maybe we want the methanol as green methanol needs a CCUS technology or some BCCS technology in advance. The cost may be around 4,500 RMB, I think. But now the carbon price is around 400, maybe $70. And but with the traditional fossil fuels, the methanol is maybe 2,000 RMB, I think. Maybe the green methanol is double the price now, but in the future, it is a way to go. And maybe after the COP28 and now with the release of CBAM, you know, the carbon price will raise a lot in the future. And we also need to reduce the carbon emissions. And we want compare the, we can take the cost and the carbon emissions, take it, maybe take the two reasons in together. Once the carbon price past the $70, I think we should choose green methanol first.
Okay. I think don't forget that it's not only a problem of cost, but there is also a problem of scalability today for all kind of fuel. We have this issue of scalability. So it's also the case for biomethanol. So you will have to consider a combination of solutions to address the decarbonization. But just a comment.
Thank you. Thanks for your advice. I think maybe the scalability in the future, after we also know when the hydrogen technology develops, maybe it's cost a lot, but but till now we also know the price of the carbon and the scalability will achieve a lot. So I think maybe the capability and scalability is challenging now, but in the future we can solve it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, all right. So I have a couple of questions, and because from LONGi's perspective, reducing carbon emissions is one part of the equation. The other part is increasing efficiency. Right? They want to find a more efficient way to move products to Europe. And from your solution, the only part I see that would improve efficiency, we talked about the manufacturing layout, right? We put in different manufacturers. But then that comes your solution to have more regional manufacturing. My question is, have you considered what that would cost? I mean, that would mean moving manufacturing machinery or facilities around, reconfiguring the whole system that they have. Would that be able to justify, or would the companies justify moving factories around in manufacturing facilities, setting up or new or refurbishing existing manufacturing facilities? What, that is some very large cost. How would you be able to justify that?
Okay, I think there may be two questions in summary. Firstly is the manufacturer layout and the cost, right?
Yes.
And secondly is how to why we should pay in the warehousing, right?
Yeah, so yeah, it all increase, basically your solutions are going to increase the cost. So how would you justify that?
Firstly, there also needs maybe there are some fixed costs in the warehousing, because warehousing is a very important place and very important role in the food chain. So, but when we take the decarbonization in advance, we should also pay some which raise some cost, maybe. But in the future, it will reduce the cost a lot. Maybe because in LONGi there are two models, maybe the MOT and the SOT. For the SOT, in the way of SOT, maybe we need a lot of warehousing. But when in the operation of the warehousing, there is a lot of carbon emissions. But the carbon emission is not related to maybe the transportation, but also we should pay a lot of attention to the warehousing because the operation of the warehousing will cost a lot, like the the office lighting and etc. So maybe the reduce of the carbon emissions, we should pay a little cost, but in the future, and I think it's valuable for the pay.
Okay, so that's for the warehousing, but what about moving manufacturing? So you're talking about a large initial investment, capital investment into warehouses and manufacturing. So how will you recoup that investment? You're talking to LONGi CEO, say, I want $10 billion or whatever it's going to cost to do this. And you would say, well, where's my payback, right? That's a very simple, how would you justify? I don't think you can justify just based on reduced carbon emissions, right? So there has to be some kind of cost saving somewhere.
I think it means that we should build a different the manufacturing site. But after our study, there is a lot manufacturer sites in China already, especially the coastal area. So we based the real data and offered some we chose a better route, which is combine the land transport and the sea transportations. So this is on the way of the most the least carbon emissions. So under the efficiency, yes, because the more of the land transportation, the more the carbon emissions. So we choose we offered the Sunil transportation, but and you mean the cost, but when we built the also you mean the cost, how to when we will achieve the come back the
you're asking LONGi to make a large investment into reconfiguring the manufacturing network. So what is your cost justification for that? right?
Mhm. I think we didn't it's not a must to make a lot of the manufacturing site immediately. But firstly, our idea is to rearrange the manufacturing site with the transportation. That's the first. And secondly, if there is a need to make some new manufacturing site, like with maybe with some political situations, maybe, and we can maybe make some new manufacturing sites in the different area. I think that will be a comprehensive reasons for it, and we cannot immediately to decide where to build the manufacturer immediately. And we
Now,
yes,
did your team consider, you know, you say when you just say warehousing there, why did you not recommend set up a manufacturing plant in Europe to supply your European customers so you don't have any transportation? That when that you know, did you consider that, and why did you not suggest that?
Actually, we also have some advice to make the manufacturing sites in Europe, because especially maybe take when we take the political factors take into consideration, such as maybe wars, conflicts with countries, maybe sometimes the US invention, you know. So but firstly, we offered our idea is to buy some insurance to prevent such risks. But if the insurance cannot save this situation, we also provide that we should build some infrastructure site in Europe.
Well, I guess, yeah, I don't know if you understood my question is, because when you talked about setting up regional manufacturing, I noticed that in your map, all your manufacturing sites were still in China, right? Why did you consider setting it up in Europe? You did not suggest that, and I was wondering why you did not suggest setting up in Europe, not asking you for the risk of setting up in Europe, but your customers are in Europe. Why did you not set up your manufacturing in Europe?
So actually, for the Europe market, we have this plan to build this warehouse in for the Europe market, because normally have two how to say, two models for Langey, which is the STO and MTO. For STO, which is that means we already get this order from the consumers, so these products could be directly delivered, considering the optimization of our transportation methods. And another one is the MTO, which is the how to say that, STO is the MTO is for the large piece, and for the STO, which is the aim of we build this warehouse for the Europe consumers. So this was could also reduce this cost during for this transportation. So actually, based on our plan, or this optimization plan for this Langey, we didn't suggest to newly added any manufacturing assets around the world, around the other places of the world, but still keep what it is now for all the manufacturing assets in China. Just suggest to build this warehouse in Europe to satisfy the need of the local consumers for this STO rather than MTO.
So that's my question. I mean, exactly. That is actually my question. Why do you want to set up a warehouse instead of manufacturing? If you're manufacturing in Europe, wouldn't you not save a lot of transportation costs and carbon emissions instead of shipping things made in China to Europe? Why did you not think it was a good idea to manufacture in Europe instead of just store in Europe?
As I understand from this, the overall needed from the need of the worldwide market. Actually, this there's some other competitors with Longi. So if we plan to build some new factories in the overseas for the markets, there's not any planned order already. So which made us spend a lot of the cost to build this factory, but there's no planned orders for Longi. So it may the cost you input, but the output may need a long time, or which is not fixed result from the after this investment. So better, so we consider we just built in China, and when we have this fixed order, we can deliver the products. But the STU overseas, which could satisfy some not so large need, but still have the market for Longi.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for your answers. That's all time we have for today. Thanks again for your presentation, and thank Stefan for your questions as well. So we will hopefully see the results next week. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.